Hello there. Welcome to the stream. I believe it's this one. I was wrong. Oh, here it is. This is the right thing. Sorry, it's been a second since I last streamed. It's been like 11 days. That's no good. I apparently I took an an impromptu break from streaming. Evidently. So what happened was I really went like last week, I think it was. I don't know. But like I spent as much as my spare time finishing up my YouTube video, and I just realized this is all flipped up. Hold on. Yeah. There we go. Oh god. Oh no. Things are all going. Okay, there we go. Now it's fixed. Now I have a little barrier around my desk. Yes. But I spent my last week completely finishing up the Undertale vid. And I'm so happy it's finally done. And I did post my first ever YouTube video. My first video! And it's doing so well. I'm actually I'm in awe of how well this video is doing. I know it doesn't seem like a lot when you compare it to like other videos out there, like the big ones obviously, but like just normal fucking YouTube videos. 100 views on my video is insane to me. People have watched something I've made 100 times and enjoyed me and my friends making silly jokes. I love it. It's such a good feeling, and I've been coasting on that dopamine for like the last week, and I've been like, streaming has just like not been a factor for me. I really wanted to stream yesterday and just like do some Marvel Rivals comp, because you know I like torturing myself. But I ended up falling asleep. And couldn't start. I didn't get up at a good time. To start a stream, and it was sort of like that today. I just sort of it hit around 7 or 6, and I just was so tired. I had like 2 cups of coffee and had like no energy still. Oh my god, Bray! Thank you for the raid. How you doing? Oh, what were you doing? Were you playing a game or drawing? Or something else? It's nice to see you. Oh my god. I just realized I have a drink I haven't opened. But welcome on in. I'm just talking about how I haven't streamed this week. And this last stream I had was like a repo stream that was very late night and very impromptu. And it was very nice. I had a lot of fun. But my friends have been like obsessed with repo. So we've been playing a lot of that. And I made a YouTube video. It's real. It's amazing. And I actually only posted the first 20 minutes of the video. There is so much that is completely edited. I made a 4-hour video of our Undertale playthrough, and it was deemed by the board to be way too long, and I agree with them to a point. It is. I really was just so afraid to cut things out. I was playing a game, fixing to do some prep for planting tomorrow. Oh, so I gotta go. Have a good stream, and congrats on the YouTube. Thank you, Bray. I hope you have fun planting tomorrow. God, me and my. That's also another new thing I did in preparation for the YouTube video. I made this background. I completely forgot. This is all new. So I really like this background. It's just flat colors right now because I was like, I've spent like 5 hours on this. It was like a whole day of me working on this in little bits and watching the new Devil May Cry season. So I've made myself a nice little background here, and I love it so much. And I even like included a couple of plants that I would love. Like I think I got some mint in cilantro over here. And this one is just a Minecraft plant. I forget what it's called, but I like made this whole dimension thing in Minecraft. Dude, you are good. I ended the stream making the background for my stream as a random art piece. I didn't even plan on streaming it. It just fit the hell yeah. I backgrounds are just like such a non thing I go through. Uh I I'm so unused to backgrounds as a whole. So I just used Minecraft. I like built this whole setup in Minecraft and then just you like did the whole grid thing and get like all the dimensions right, and it's still a bit warbly because I think I still had my POV on like 90. So the closer it gets to the camera, the like weirder it gets, but that's fine. I like it still. But like that plant is just I just made it based off of the Minecraft plant I used. I don't even know what it's called, but I think it's one of the like maybe the one that the sniffer digs up. I think it looks good. Oh, thank you. I I can't wait to see your background. I'm sure it's amazing. I I definitely think this needs like a lot more added to it, which I can always just do as I go along. Like something I thought of doing was like putting quotes on these little signboards back here. You can see them like the little brown boxes. Uh but I didn't get around to that. I just sort of put them on I put a couple signs on the wall just to fill the space. And I think it works pretty well. Well, the background I'm using for streams is just a random art piece. I haven't. That's still pretty good. I I need to work on my backgrounds more. I I think that's great. Honestly, I kind of wish I did that for a bit. And I might. I the problem is I have like no. I'm such an anatomy drawer, and I probably should draw more. It's a I really need to keep practicing. Uh, but like most of my experience has been working towards making people look good. So it's interesting to like go back on what I was taught in art school and like perspective and vanishing lines and all that crap. Uh, and like still lives because I haven't touched that stuff in forever. It's a whole new skill set. I don't blame you. It took me forever just to figure out some of it. Yeah, I I truly think that art is like something anybody can do as long as you put in the time. Uh, I I like to think about that with a lot of things. It just depends on how much I want something and how much I am willing to put in the effort to make it real. Like I've been really practicing my aim lately. Like I downloaded aim labs and I've been trying to do that like whenever I have free time. I'm like I'm just going to do this aim labs practice real quick and knock it out. And I think it's really helped me. I've been playing a lot of shooter games lately. Fortnite, Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, and I feel like it's helped me a ton. And it's just I've put in a lot of work on it, and I'm seeing results. And it's the same for art. Um, the best way I learned how to aim was learning how to shoot with my mom and my grandpa. I'm assuming you mean like a real weapon. Uh, but yeah, I get that. Yeah, Um, I haven't. I actually have a rifling merit badge from the Boy Scouts, but I have not touched a gun since. I I remember though it it is really like the same thing because what I did, I went to a camp for like a week long. So like every other day, I think we went to the range and fired off a lot of shots. And basically, my last shot that I did were all bullseyes because I had practiced that whole week, and it really like worked out. But I also I haven't been able to shoot my bow and arrow lately because a little funny thing happened. My dog uh tried to attack a skunk and ended up getting sprayed and puking and just made the backyard reek. And it's apparent the skunk has like sprayed like two more times since, I think. And we've just been like bringing our dogs into the front yard, which is a little annoying. Uh and letting them go body that way. But I usually shoot my bow and arrow in the backyard, and I haven't been able to do that, and it's really a bit aggravating for me personally, and for everybody in the house. But that one aspect, it aggravates me. Uh, but yes, did I go on a tangent? I don't know if I ever finished talking about the video. But yes, I have a full Undertale video that is 4 hours long, and I plan to cut it up into little parts, at least like four or five. I think. I think that'll be good. The next one's about like 40 minutes. This first one was 20, and it's just the ruins part because that's a good cutoff point. Uh, and so the next part is talking about. It's going to be the Snowden part, obviously, uh, which I really like, and I'm very excited. I really gotta record a new intro for that one though. If I'm gonna yeah, Sans, my boyfriend in Tamagotchi life. That's also funny to me. I haven't touched that game. Your favorite is Papyrus? Hell yeah, Papyrus is great. I I I we my friend Sam, my friend Smithy and Chaos had a lot of little good character bits with Papyrus. Uh, and I like made a little uh puppet show with the sprites, which I'm very excited for people to see. Uh, so I'm very happy for that video to come out, which it should come out next Friday. I just gotta record the intro and the outro, which shouldn't be not hard at all. So I can like slap those together and just post it online. And I do plan on, once I've posted all the different parts, to post the full 4 hour video. Uh, well, because that just makes sense to me, you know. And I hopefully, because this will take like a month or two to fully post these. By the time that's done, I'll have Deltarune Chapter 1 ready, or at least like in the final stages, and I can just post that one, and then it'll probably it might be because what I would like to do is post the different Deltarune videos as their own, like the different chapters as their own video, because I don't because yeah, I think it'll be pretty decent because like we were averaging about three like play sessions per chapter, so it shouldn't be too hard. I mean, our Undertale playthrough was like I think 5 VODs, and one and those went even like above like 5 hours sometimes. Oh my god! Thank you. Oh, you gifted one to Lazy Fox XO. I hope you enjoy that, Lazy. Take my money. I gotta go. Thank you, Bray. I hope you have a lovely day. Bye bye. Uh, right. Thank you for the money. I. Thank you. I will also hydrate. Redeem everything and then ditch. Thank you. Stretch. Oh man, that was a nice pop. Wow. Uh, but yeah, I'm hoping. Honestly, the way I'm feeling right now, I just hit live and got a burst of energy. Like, let's go, we can do this. So I might just like do that more. Because the what I definitely could have started stream a lot earlier. I sort of I guess I started around 8:20 apparently. Uh, which is a bit later than what I usually do, which I think is around 7 off the top of my head. Uh, and I don't know. I just feel like I could rely on that burst of energy more when starting stream. There's a there it's kind of interesting the human condition of uh having a camera on you. I know I'm a VTuber, but still I use a camera. So when that turns on, I'm like, wow, I explode with energy. Uh and yeah, I I definitely need to like be more consistent with going live is what I'm saying. Like doing more drawing streams cuz I do enjoy those. It's just that I don't know. I it's hard for me to like do a stream where it's just me very chill and low energy because I'm like I am here to entertain. I like making people uh I like to give people entertainment is what I cuz that's what I grew up with. My big thing is I used to come home from school and instantly put on like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier and all of them and just watch and laugh my ass off uh at their videos. And it was truly a big thing for me and I want to sort of emulate that for my streams. You know? Or my videos. It is I said this earlier, but it is insane to me that 100 views, and I think it said something like uh can't remember the actual like status or whatever the analytics said. Let me just look it up. But like I think it was like something like oh I got like 5 subscribers. 2 of those were for me. I think. Uh, yeah, analytics like unique viewers watching me. Uh, audience, I think it is. I have no idea. Yeah, but like 16K impression, which is I think uh like the little uh like my thumbnail was on people's screens. 16,000 people have seen my thumbnail. That's insane to me. Uh like it's insane. Like views from impressions, like I'm assuming that's when like people look at my thing. That that is incredible, I think. I love I I'm very happy with how this video has been going. I wasn't expecting much. I kept my expectations low, and it has blown me out of the water how well it's done. And I'm very happy with it. And yeah, I God, I I'm just very excited for how the future holds. I've worked so long on this video, on all 4 hours. I I'll admit I am not the quickest worker, uh, or at least I need like an outside force holding me accountable a lot of the time. So this being my own personal project, it did take a bit for me to edit just because I took such long breaks from editing it, and I would just like uh work on it for maybe like an hour a day at most. Some days I worked on it for longer, but you know, the average was like an hour, and I would just do like one part and move on. Uh, but I'm very excited. I'm very excited to share the whole video with people. I hope they like it too. I uh, I'm trying to like keep each section of the video, like obviously it's an anthology, you know, these videos blend into one another because they were all I edited it as a one whole video, so I'm just basically cutting it up and posting those parts, and then I'm gonna post the whole part. uh but I'm planning on presenting it like different videos. You know, like the first one is called "My First Time Playing My Favorite Game," which is my friend Smithy said that that's a great title, and I'm so glad that he likes it, and it's eye catching. You know, I think the next one is probably going to be like the best duo in all of fiction, because I think that's a good title for to introduce you into the Paps and blah, 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 Papyrus and Sans part of the game. You know, like that's they're the duo and they're the best of fiction. I truly believe that. Uh, it is quite incredible the impact this game has had on my life. If it wasn't obvious, I like the Skeleton Brothers, you know? Like look at me. I I took a lot of inspiration from Sans and Papyrus. Mostly Sans, I admit. Um but like in middle school, I would constantly be on my phone and like in the Amino app role playing as usually Sans, and that was just like a good time to like pass the lunch period or just while I'm bored, you know. It was just a nice chill time, and luckily I was not you know uh, the things that happen a lot of the times in a lot of you know um like what am I thinking of? Media apps? No, like social media apps. That's what I mean. I was not taken advantage of. I stuck strictly to role playing in the chat rooms and not really like communicating with people online in one-on-one talks. That's a good internet safety, I feel like. Always make sure if you're chatting a lot, it's like, you know, a public space. I don't know. I don't know quite what I'm saying, but like DMs are where the bad shit goes down, from what I know of. Uh, but yeah, like I used to roleplay as Sans a lot, and that's how I learned a lot about like the Undertale fandom and the AUs and stuff. Is I had a lot of fun roleplaying. So when I was like, I should create my own art sona. What is and people like usually like make like little dogs or furry creatures or like maybe like an alien or something, and I'm like, what speaks to me on a spiritual level? And I'm like, well, I really enjoyed Sans the skeleton. So what if I was a skeleton myself? You know, my own skeleton OC as my art sona. And so I drew that. And actually I think it I changed it recently, but it was my original like what do you call it? Profile picture uh was like me floating in space, and that was one of the earlier designs I made of my art sona, like the little beanie and everything. Uh, like I didn't have my sigil on my mask yet. It was like a little pin on my jacket, I think. Uh, and so it's nice to see how my little boy has evolved over time, and I, I'm I'm very I'm that's also something I worked on for a bit. I really I'm I gotta like figure out how to like rig my VTuber a bit better. Uh, because I really want to make sure I've talked about this a bit, but I do have a new one that's all drawn out. I've gone through it all. It's been drawn. I just need to rig it, and I haven't I've been procrastinating on that a little. But I also want to make sure I'm doing it right. So I'm really taking the time to make sure like does this look good? And I also want to like put all the bells and whistles in it. Like I want to make this like a real uh pin cushion of a thing where I just like stick little things in it that I like. Like I have a lot of like different toggles made like layers that I could toggle on and off, like tears, a little shocked, a little engy thing, like a little vein popping out, which is very funny on a skeleton to me, you know. Uh, and I'm very excited. I also included a quiver, which I probably won't wear a lot of the time, but I was like, how do I make it seem like I I, I enjoy archery, because that's a big thing I hold dear in my life is my archery, which I'm pretty sure there are some archery ranges, archery ranges that I could probably just like go to. It's probably like a bit away, but you know, I live in the U.S. where you have to drive an hour to just get anywhere fun. It's not like the UK where it's like a 30-minute drive. That's unreasonable. I'm pretty sure it's like most places in England, it's like a 30-minute drive to get to London, their capital. You know, like that's what I hear a lot when I watch British YouTubers. Um, but yeah, I also messed with the settings on my current one, which I think makes him a lot more fluid. Uh, if you notice my eyes, yeah, like that. Sometimes my eyes will just like get stuck like this, where it's like a little thin, and that's because I think I have like my eyes are a bit naturally thin, uh, and I often like just don't put any emphasis. I don't act with my eyes a lot of the time, you know. So I like mess with the settings so they're open more. You know, like this should be the natural state of my eyes, and then if I widen them wider, then my eyeballs get smaller. Yeah, but the way it was before is it was like thinking my eyes were like partially closed all the time, so it was like no good. Uh, and I also like mess with the way I lean, so I think I lean a lot better. Well, you know. Also, if you noticed, the dragon. I don't think I've ever talked about this that much. I think I mentioned it once and twice. This is my little dragon mascot, Fletch. I love him. I I I I would love to like maybe animate him a little, or maybe make him like one of those little things that you guys like talk through donos if I ever get to that level. Uh because I think that'd be fun. That'd be a hell of a lot of fun. Uh, you know, and I'm just gonna mention this because I'm really proud of this. I have little Bakugan back there, which is a little nod to like my first ever playthrough on this channel, which is Bakugan, which I might make a video out of that. It'll probably be short because that was by myself, and I think I talked nonsense most of the time, but I liked it. It has a lot of growing, so you know. Um, but yes, I think I did a good job of. Most of those are just little colored bowls with little accents on them, and some are like folded out. And these are actually based off of the four Bakugan that I keep on my boom mic here. Uh, and they're all like little dragon esque creatures, which I liked. And then, if you notice, there's that big fellow beside them. That is a PNG. Because I thought it'd be funny. Just like throw in a PNG of I think it's like Mega Dragonoid or something, where he has like all the little extra bits, and I actually do have that in real life. I have him. He's standing on high. I think he does great. But yeah, Fletch. I'm pretty sure I went on a tangent there. Fletch is like my little mascot. He's my little dragon pal. Uh, in lore, I killed his mother and just took him in as my little pet. Uh, you don't. I don't think I've ever explained this too much. Uh, but I plan on making a little comic about this, and maybe when I debut my new model, I can get this comic. I can like throw together this comic really quick, make it like pretty basic. Uh, but like then maybe do like a dramatic read of it as like an intro to the debut. I think that'd be really good. Uh, and basically the comic idea is uh explaining how I became a skeleton, which the way I envision this is I am my character is like from a bit of a fantasy world of like magic and dragons and everything like that. You know, because I sort of made him a bit fanciful, especially this new model. I think I did a real good job of making him like ye old or like I don't know, like isekai vibes. You know, basically the thought is I die fighting a dragon. I take it with me, as in I kill it as I die. So it kills me and I kill it, and then I I am basically left just a skeleton on the ground. Somehow my bones are good. The first thought I had was like a defunct fire resistance potion that only worked on my bones, so it left them untouched. Which sort of is like something you'd find in like a comedy manga or something. Uh, so basically, my spirit just sort of manifests as like a little flame in the air, and I see my corpse on the ground, like the bones on the ground, and I'm like, is that me? Uh, and so the thought is, this sigil that I have from where I'm from, my family is like very magical. Like I'd love to tie this in with my sister's idea that she is a vampire who is also a vampire hunter, I believe. Uh, so they're very mystical, and the thought is like my other sister would be a witch, and my parents would be like my mom would be a witch and stuff. And so basically, the sigil is like a an anchor anchoring me to the world of the living if anything bad ever happened. Like it's my source of identity if I ever lost it, you know? So the thought is I would manifest as a spirit, as a lost soul, and I would, through the power of the sigil and through my uh, magic lineage, I would sort of end up possessing my own corpse and like uh, growing spirit hair and stuff because I don't want to be bald. Uh, uh, and basically, I would just come back to life as a skeleton, like using the sigil as a medium. And that's the thought. And I think that's a great little VTuber lore thing. And then I would like find the dragon I killed, and they would have an egg left behind, and that would be what would become Fletch, which he's named that because if you look at his tail, it looks like the little fletchings of an arrow. So I liked that a lot. Um, and yeah, and that's basically the thought of my backstory. You know, my D&D character backstory. That sort of is how I explained it, isn't it? Like, ooh, this is how I became this way, sort of thing. But yeah, and I think that's a good way of going about it. Uh, I can't remember if there was anything else I wanted to talk about that. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's like a great little backstory to like a tribute to my character, to like why my skeleton, why I haven't really thought of like why. Oh wait, no, I did think about that, didn't I? I so basically, if you noticed, a lot of times when I'm ending the videos, and I think I did this in the Undertale video as well. I say when I'm and I say, and I bid you lost souls farewell, bye bye, or something like that. And uh, the thought behind that is, as I was a lost soul myself, and basically just a specter inhabiting my own skeleton, and like piecing it together through my soul, you know, uh, I would be able to see lost souls, like just spirits wandering around in the world, and I would let them. I would understand this. Basically, the thought is before I died, I would be a sort of an entertainer in the city, as well as going on my own adventures, just like coming back and telling stories to like the kids or in the tavern or something like that. Sort of bard style, but not really like musical. Uh, and basically just like being an entertainer. is my thought. And so when I come across these lost souls just wandering around in the world, uh, I would be like, hey, you want to come along and just like watch my adventure and stuff? So that's the basic thought, is like, you guys are lost souls watching me go through different experiences, like adventures, games, and whatnot, and just like, or just like just watching me create tales through my art, or like, like me drawing comics on stream and stuff like that. I think that's really cool. uh so that's the basic thought of m- like, a lot of VTubers have like a little, uh what's the word, uh watcher sonas, just like a little stand-in for the viewer in their lore. Like, I think, um I can't remember their name, but like the new crocodile VTuber girl, I like Kuru. I don't know. Um, I don't remember her name. I don't remember what she's called. It's something vaguely Japanese, I think. Um, but basically, yeah, I her like viewer stand-in is like a little bird, like how some creatures in the wild have like little birds or something that like clean them or pick up bacteria, or not bacteria, but like, they, what's the word, symbiosis or something, just like that in the wild. I don't know off the top of my head. Um, but basically, like that viewer stand-in sort of idea, mine would be like little lost souls following me around and listening to my tales and whatnot. Uh, and the thought is that they could temporarily possess Fletch in order to speak out in the world, and like that would be like the little dono speaking thing. Uh, if I ever got that far. Yeah. I also have my little pride flags over here. I really wanted to include those because I, 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 I want to make that evident. I like those. Um, I should also get a Demi Boy one in here, honestly. Uh, but like I got my bow. I just sort of put in these stairs back here. Uh, you know, just for fun. I think that's like a little nice background thing. Uh, plus I can hang my bow up there. It fills the space. Because over here you got the window, so you need something over here. Uh, and yeah, you can see Fletch over there sunbathing, just sleeping. He's such a cute little guy. Although, so I will say, I'm sort of bending the laws of of fantasy vibes here. Like this, the room itself, I feel like could pass as like a fantasy setting, you know. Uh, but this nice little gamer chair behind me, probably not. This is actually based off of my actual chair in real life, so I just like really replicated it. I like it so much. I'm like, I don't want to make like some bullshit wooden chair behind me. I like this. This is nice, you know? I think it works really well. I think it goes great, and I love it. Uh and like the thought is I'd fill out this place more and more, like more stuff on the walls, maybe like little references to other playthroughs I've done. Like I'd love to add some Undertale stuff around here. Uh and like add some stuff to the desk. I'm not sure about like a mouse or a keypad or stuff like that. I'm not sure about that. Uh that'd be interesting. Uh just to like fill the space on my desk, but like I could put like other things on there, you know. Uh yeah. that's my thoughts on the thing. Ooh, ad break coming up in 1 minute. Thank you for being here and lurking and listening to me ramble on about all the stuff I've been doing off screen. I've done a little off screen mining or drawing or editing, you know? Uh, but yeah, I've I'm definitely uh I'm very happy with how things are going with this, and I definitely am going to try to stick to my schedule more now. Uh, so I think even just like this, like talking about stuff for like a couple minutes or an hour or something like that, I think that's good if I'm ever like low energy and just like I don't want to do like a full game stream. Uh, that's another thing. There's the ad. I gotta mess with that because I have it rain hearts on the emotes on me. Uh, yeah. I, I'm so next stream would be this Thursday, I believe. Yeah, yeah. I believe it's like Thursday and Friday on my schedule amount. I might mess around with the schedule a bit more, uh, just to make it, a bit more easy going. Uh, Definitely, I'd prefer to keep like 3 to 4 hour streams. Uh, and Deltarune, right? We're playing Deltarune now. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to get everybody together the last few weeks for Deltarune, but I'm hopeful about this week. I'm actually gonna text in the group chat, be like, how are like what I usually say? Yeah, how's this week? Uh, Week for Delta Rune. I usually ask a bit late because I am a very silly person who does not think ahead. Yeah, hopefully that'll be this week as well. I'm very excited to continue Deltarune. We're so close to we're like I think we're about halfway through chapter 4, if I recall. Um, so I'm very excited. And then once chapter 5 comes out, we'll actually probably play that when it comes out. I'm not sure if uh Chaos and Smithy or anybody else of my friends would be interested in joining me for another playthrough of a game, but I would like to ask. I have a lot of indie games that I have seen other people play and I have played myself so far, so I'd love to show those to my friends. Uh, In Stars and Time is one of my favorite games of all time. It's like a great indie game. I suggest you check it out if you haven't seen it. And I would love to play that on stream. It is such a nice game. It has a bunch of queer themes, which is always good. And I believe the creator of it is currently working on a new game called Truth Scrapper. Uh, so maybe I'll play that as well. I I don't know. I might just I might um instead of having like a situation where I get like a specific group of friends together, I might just like see if people are like if they'd be interested in like joining a VC like a Discord channel and just like whenever they feel up to it or are down to join in whenever I'm streaming and help me voice characters. That'd be fun. It'd be nice to like include more of my friends in these streams. Yeah. So I think I yeah, this was a nice chat. I really went off, huh? But yeah, I really wanted to stream because I haven't in like 11 days. 11 whole days I haven't streamed. The last one was a repo stream, and you know that was just like an impromptu stream. So it's nice to like have a stream to be like, hey, I'm back. Let's keep going on this wonderful little streak of mine. So yeah, I I think we're gonna end it here. So thank you all for being here. I hope you had a lovely time, and I will bid you lost souls very well. Bye. Oh, that's the wrong one. There you go. Bye.